Hello everyone, Sairam. Children, in the previous video we have started chapter number 3, that is understanding quadrilaterals. So this is part 2 from the same chapter, understanding quadrilaterals. Okay, in that video we have discussed about introduction of the chapter and we have started exercise 3.1. In that we have discussed question number 1 and question number 2. So today we will move forward in the same chapter with the same exercise 3.1. So today what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss question number 3, 4, 5 and 6 from this exercise. Okay, now what is the sum? This is a question number 3. So let's see what is there in question number 3. What is the sum of measures of angle of convex quadrilateral? Now what is convex quadrilateral, children? Those four-sided figure, again I am repeating, first of all we will discuss about quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means four-sided figure. It can be any figure, it can be square, it can be rectangle, it can be rhombus, anything. Okay, so now here we are talking about convex. Convex means angles of each angles in that diagram, each angle should be less than 180. Okay, so that is called convex quadrilateral. Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? Okay, now again I am repeating the question. What is the sum of measures of angles of convex quadrilateral? Here question is saying that imagine you are having one quadrilateral and you have to tell the sum of all the angles when that quadrilateral is convex. Convex means angles will be less than 180. Okay, now after that when you get the all the measurement of all the sum of angles of convex quadrilateral, then you have to prove that consistency will maintain in non-convex quadrilateral and verify. Okay, so let's find out. See, in the given figure we have ABCD quadrilateral. Now which figure we are having? We are having this diagram. This diagram. So in this ABCD quadrilateral we are talking about. Okay, so first of all, we are having quadrilateral ABCD. Then join AC as a diagonal which divides the quadrilateral into two triangles ABC and ADC. So you are having this quadrilateral. So you have to join this AC so that this quadrilateral can divide into two parts. First this above triangle and second this below triangle. Okay, this we have already done in the introduction part. Okay, in triangle ABC, this angle 3, angle 4, angle 6, when add with each other it gives you 180 degree. Why? Because angle sum property. So we are letting this equation equal to 1. Okay, now let's, so this is your equation 1. Let's talk about triangle ADC. In this triangle we are talking. So this is angle 1, this is angle 5 and this is angle 2. So according to the angle sum property of triangle, addition of all these triangle is 180. So this is your equation 2. This is equation 1 and this is 2. Now add both the equations. So angle 346, 346 is here. 1 2 5, 1 2 5 is here, the leftmost side, and in the rightmost side we are adding 180 plus 180. Okay, so it will give you 360. So this is your sum of all the angles of convex quadrilateral is equal to 360. Okay, so by this we have proved that all the angles present in the quadrilateral, we are talking about the convex quadrilateral. So angle 5, this whole angle C, this whole angle A, this whole angle 6, when combined with each other, when we add all the 4 angle of convex quadrilateral, we are getting 360. So this is the basically angle sum property of quadrilateral. So with this, with convex quadrilateral, it is true. Okay. Now question is saying that is this property suits to concave quadrilateral as well as. So let's take one non-convex quadrilateral, means one concave quadrilateral. So let's draw non-convex quadrilateral, means we are talking about concave quadrilateral. Yes, this property also holds true for non-convex quadrilateral. Why? See, this angle is more than 180, so this is a concave quadrilateral. So join this BD. When you are joining this BD, so two triangles form, this triangle and this triangle. So ABD is one triangle and BDC will be the next triangle. So you can easily verify by using angle sum property of triangle in these two triangles, then make two equation. After that, what you can do, make two equation and add both the equation, you will definitely get 360, children. Okay, so let's talk about question number 4. Now in question number 4 in your book itself, you are having, in question number 4 in your book, you are having this kind of table. Okay, so what question is saying, examine the table. Each figure is divided into triangles and sum of angle reduced from that. Okay, so what you need to do, that you have given many figure, like first is triangle, then you are having 4-sided figure, you are having 5-sided figure, then you are having 6-sided figure. Now sides are given to you. Angle sum means, when let's take example of this triangle. So when we are adding these three angles of triangle, you are getting 180. In the same manner, when you are having 4-sided figure, you are getting, what you are getting, you are getting 2 into 180. Okay, so when you are having 5-sided figure, you are getting this equation. When you are having 6-sided figure, you are having this equation. It means one formula is there, means what formula we are using, n minus 2 into 180. So this formula we are using here. What is n here? N is number of sides. Okay, if we are concentrating on this table, in this table we are using this formula. So let's check out. See, you are having 4-sided. So 4 minus 2 gives you 2 into 180. So this you are getting here. Again, you are having 5-sided figure, means 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2, obviously you will get 3 into 180. So this is clear that now we are using n minus 2 into 180 formula. Okay, now what the question exactly saying? Question is saying that what can you say about the angle sum of convex polygon with the number of sides? Now you are having different number of sides. You have to find out the angle sum of each diagram. Okay, now you are having formula n minus 2 into 180. So now here n is 7. 7 minus 2 into 180, you will get 5 into 180. So you will get one answer with you. Okay, this we have solved. Now in the same manner, put n equal to 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 into 180. Then when we talk about C, 10 minus 2 gives you 8. 8 into 180. Now in the third part, in the fourth part, you are having n. So n minus 2 into 180 will be your answer. Okay, let's see how he has done. See, in this slide all the solution is given, so we are using this formula. So now number of sides are 7. 7 minus 2 gives you 5 into 180. So answer is 900. In the same manner, you are having 8. Now put 8 here instead of n. 8 minus 2 is 6. into 180 you are getting 1080. Now number of sides 10, so 10 minus 2 gives you 8 into 180 gives you 1440. So angle sum is n minus 2 into 180. So this is your last part where number of sides equal to n. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Next question is, what is a regular polygon? Now here regular means all sides should be equal, all angles present in that diagram should also equal. State the name of the regular polygon. Now you have to give example of regular polygon. Polygon means that particular figure should be made up of line segment and it should be closed. And what is the meaning of regular? All the angles should be equal, all the sides should be equal, so both properties should satisfy. So let's see three-sided figure which should be regular polygon. So equilateral triangle, a polygon with equal sides and equal angle is called regular polygon. So equilateral triangle means all these sides are equal, all the angles are also equal. So this is your three-sided figure which is the example of regular polygon. Okay, now you have to find out four-sided figure, okay, which should be a regular polygon. So square is the best example for that. All four sides are equal, even angles are also equal. It is made up of line segments and it is a closed surface, so all the properties are satisfied, the condition. So we can say that square is a four-sided figure which behave like a regular polygon. Now you have to find out six-sided figure. Okay, so regular hexagon means 1 2 3 4 5 6. It should have six sides. Now in hexagon also all sides are equal, all angles are equal, so this will be the best example for the regular polygon which should have six sides. Okay, now the last question of today's video, children. Last question is, find out the angle measure x in the following figure. Now four diagram is given to you, you have to find out the x value. Okay, how you can find out? Let's see. I will explain you each question in the notebook, children, so that you can easily find out the x value. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is your question number 6, first part. See, this kind of diagram is with you. See, this is a quadrilateral, 1 2 3 4-sided diagram is there. Now we are having one property, angle sum property of quadrilateral, that is equal to 360, means all the angles present in the quadrilateral is equal to 360. Now which angle we are having? Angle A, B, C, D. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360. Okay, now put each value. Okay, so angle A is equal to 50, put here 50. Angle B is equal to x, put x. Angle C is 120, put 120. Angle D is 130, put 130, equal to 360. Now add together this 120 plus 130 plus 150, 50, it gives you 300 plus x equal to 360. Now x remains here. Here is the plus sign. When it moves in the rightmost side, it convert into minus sign. So 360 remains here. Now this 300 comes this side, minus 300, so x value will be 60. So x is equal to 60. I hope you are getting. So let's solve the next part. Okay, this is your B part from question number 6. Now, this kind of figure is there in your book. Let's name that A, B, C, D. So this is also a kind of quadrilateral. See, this one side, another side, then this side. So you are having quadrilateral. So again you are having property angle sum property of quadrilateral, that is equal to 360. Okay, now which angle you are having? Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D equal to 360. Okay, now angle A is X, angle B is 70, angle C is. Now what about angle D? We don't have nothing here. Okay, for but concentrate here, you are having this sign, it means this is 90. Okay, it means angle AD and something, let's Y, this is making 90 angle here in the exterior side. So but we want this internal side. Okay, so here these two angles, so let 1 and let angle 2. When angle 1 and angle 2 are lying on the same line, it means they are forming linear equation. Okay, so it means angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 180 because they are lying in the straight line. So angle 1 is 90 here. With the help of this you will get angle 2, that is equal to 90. Okay, so angle 2 basically means angle D. Okay, we can say that. So put this D value from here 90, it gives you 360. I hope you are getting my point how we get this D. Again I am repeating, this outer we know that 90, internal we don't know. So both are lying at the same line, it means they are forming 180 degree together. So with the help of this you get this 90 degree. Okay, now add all these three terms, you will get 220 plus x gives you 360. So x is 360 minus 220, it gives you 140. Okay, it gives you 140. 360 minus 220 gives you 140. Okay, so x value here in the B part is 140. This will be your answer. Okay, this is your C part. Okay, in this again 1 2 3 4 four-sided figure is there, quadrilateral. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5, sorry, pentagon. This is the figure of pentagon. Okay, this is a kind of pentagon because 5 sides are there, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So this is the pentagon. So here we are having property, like we are having quadrilateral property, in the same manner you are having pentagon property. So all angles of pentagon equal to 540, equal to 540. So which angle participate here? Angle A, angle E, angle D, angle C plus angle B, it gives you 540. Okay, so angle A is 30, here we have 30. Angle E is X here, angle D, this angle D, this angle D we don't know, this angle C we don't know, so leave these two, and angle B is X here. Okay, now let's find out this C and D. In the same manner we have done linear pair. So check out, so this is your angle, this is your outer, that is 70. So if you want to find out this C, both are lying in the same line segment. So in this way, let's see, in this way, this is your 70 and this is your C. See, this is your 1 and this is your 2. So angle 1 plus angle 2 together gives you 180, means linear pair. So 1 is 70 here, 2 you want, 180. So here you get 180 minus 70. It gives you 110. It means this 2 is representing C here. Okay, so gives you 110. Put this value here in the left part. Let's check out for D. Okay, now this is where I should explain you. This figure is like this. Okay, this is your 60 and this part you should know. So this we can represent 3 and this we can represent 4 and this is your D point. Okay, so angle 3 plus angle 4 gives you 180 linear pair. Again 4 you know, 60, angle 3 you need to find 180. It means angle 3 is equal to 180 minus 60. It gives you 120. So this 3 represent basically D point, angle D. Okay, so put this 120 here. Okay, put here. Now 30 plus 120 plus 110, it gives you 260 together. So this x and this x gives you 2x. So you are having 540 here. So 2x remains here. 540 minus 260, it gives you 280 equal to 2x. So x remains here. This 280 divided by 2, x equal to 140. So this will be your answer. So in this question also we have used linear pair for finding this C and D value. Again I am repeating, in linear pair when two angles are there, they are lying at the same line, we use addition of both the angles equal to 180. So this will be your linear pair equation. Okay, so again we are here with the last part of today's video. This is your D part of question number 6. Again this kind of figure is given to you. 1 2 3 4 5 sides are there, means this is a pentagon. So one angle is equal to x. So pentagon, all sides are equal, all angles are also equal. So we can say that A, B, C, D, E represent pentagon here. So angle sum property of pentagon gives you 540. It means angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D plus angle E gives you 540. So all are equal. X plus x plus x plus x plus x gives you 540. 540, it means 5x equal to 540. X equal to 540 divided by 5. So divide 540. 5 ones are 5. 108. So x value is equal to 108. This will be your answer. So with this, all the questions are completed. Our today's target is completed. So let's see in the slides all the answer again. After that we are going to end this video. See, this is your very first part. In this part, what we have done, quadrilateral is given to you, x value we don't know, so we have used angle sum property of quadrilateral, that is equal to 360. Put all the values here, then you have to find x. All together it gives you 300. This 300 moves here in the rightmost side. 360 minus 300 gives you 60. Okay, so in the B part you have to find out again this x value. So this is again a quadrilateral. Sum of all the quadrilateral, angle of all the quadrilateral is 360. So x plus 70 plus 60, but we don't know this angle. So how we can find out? This outside is 90. So 180 minus 90 is 90. So we can put this 90 here. After that, x plus 220 gives you 360. So this 220 shifts here in the rightmost side, you will get 140. Okay, Now in this question, this is a pentagon diagram. In this you don't know this x and this x, you have to find out this. But when you are giving name a b c d e, you don't know even c and d, but you can find out with the help of linear pair equation. So 70 and this angle, 180 minus 70 gives you 110. So this d represent here 110. So let's talk about C. 180 minus 60 gives you 120. So this C represent 120 here. So angle sum property of pentagon is 30 plus x plus 110 plus 120 plus x gives you 540. So at the end you will get 140 after solving the equation. Okay, so in the next part you are having again pentagon. In the question very clearly it is given that all sides are equal. So all sides are equal means all angles are also equal. So this is the pentagon. Angle sum of regular pentagon is 540. So 5 times x add each other gives you 540. 5x equal to 540, x equal to 108 degree. So with this we are ending with this video. In the upcoming video I will take exercise 3.1 question number 7 and we will start exercise 3.2. Till then take care of yourself children, complete your work in your fair notebook. And one more thing, one student was asking me what about the extra questions ma'am. So you have to do those extra question in the fair notebook itself. Okay, try to do each and every question. I know you can do that. Okay, take care of yourself. Thank you so much.